Today's adventure brings us to a Walt Disney World theme park. Florida Disney parks are open. Even though I'll always remember it with the center added onto it, Epcot. I'm here. They have started capitalizing all the letters in the font throughout the park, but here at the parking entrance, they have not done so yet. Still capital E, and then the rest all small letters. Welcome, everyone. Don't need this on anymore. Adam the Woo here to this, well, I guess you could say it's a series now that includes magic bands are necessary and reservations for said park. No park hopping either, or whatever other word I said, is allowed. Just one park per day. No monorail going from TTC, Transportation Ticket Center, doing the Epcot loop. But that's fine, I'll make the best of it during this October 2020 Halloween season. Let's see what's happening in there. I'm inviting you to join me. Shall you? Always a good rule of thumb to document the parking area. Discover 12. Shouldn't be too difficult to find though, because there's a nice landmark there you could utilize for the proximity. There goes no monorail. Really, it's understandable. There's no park hopping allowed, so why would there be a monorail going from Transportation Ticket Center over here? All you can do is just park or take the buses. No trams as well. This is usually the tram turnaround. So those are not also quite operational during this time frame. Now that is a glorious sight. I never tire of seeing Spaceship Earth in all its beauty and wonderful glory. And there's some new items here added at the fountain. You see peeking over the construction wall there. Check out the 3-cylinder spires that have been replaced since the old days. Which makes me really happy because I have a photo in front of them many years ago when I was much younger, when they originally existed, and they're bringing back a little piece of retro WDW here. It's going to be nice when it's all completed. Check that out. There's me on the far end with my sister sitting up on the ledge and my mom. And there they are before they were removed, right underneath that sphere that is ever so popular. You can see the reflection also there in the side of that window. And speaking of construction, there is quite a bit taking place all through here. It has only just begun. In all honesty, it's kind of nice to see these subtle nods to the olden days being brought back. I'm all for it. You know, about half a year, maybe a year ago or so, you couldn't even walk this direction. So now you can. So like everything, times are a little different and developing new experiences day by day. Wow, now there's an update. Communicore has been erased from existence. It is no more. That section of the building used to house Club Cool, the party zone, all that is history. And according to concept art and plans that they had originally unveiled, all of this is going away as well. You'll be able to see directly from ground level from here all the way to Spaceship Earth at the front of the park. Some might even be able to sense what it's going to be like. All you need is a little imagination. Used to be Starbucks over there, electric umbrella, and a number of things. All those are also gone for now. For one reason or another, the hopping water effect are not working through this section. Wonder why. First impression as far as crowd levels go seems to be rather mellow. It is the middle of the week. It doesn't seem to be any wait times for the few that I saw. The Land, Living Seas, going inside Journey to Imagination. So I'm going to take this opportunity to walk to the other side and see how Test Track looks. So, who needs coffee? Well, I need coffee, but who needs extra caffeine when you have Test Track? It is rather odd to see a lot of this stuff being removed. However, progress is a real thing and must carry on. You can see a lot happening over there. And of course, Guardians of the Galaxy coaster. The building looks like it's done. Still in the midst of Food and Wine Festival 25th anniversary. However, the DVC little station over there is not open, as well as that gift shop. I'm going to try to find a Halloween seasonal treat or a food item or two. It's stating 50-minute wait time. I have to come back a little later. I know it's taking a chance, but it might lighten up as the day progresses. Here are the wait times. Currently filming this on a Wednesday. It is noon, and this is how long the waits are. I do not have a major game plan other than checking out some merchandise, enjoying a snack or two, and meandering around World Showcase and going on a ride or attraction or two. It's going to be a whole mishmash of things I'm going to do. It is daytime outside, but inside the Mexico Pavilion, nightfall has almost appeared to rear its head. It's just an illusion, though. It's just an illusion. I love it in here. It kind of creates a cool ambiance. Dare I say, might be one of my favorite pavilions to walk through in World Showcase. I just love it so much. It feels great in here. Gonna take myself a nice little boat ride. No line whatsoever for this attraction. Very nice. It's just a walk-on. I like that. I've always heard up there in the smokestack of that volcano is a hidden Mickey, but you have to look very closely to see it. It formulates itself in the smoke as you are looking at what is erupting. One of my favorite parts of this is the section that kind of reminds me of It's a Small World After All, but as you're like going around it, I'm noticing one of the little animatronics looking here against the side of the shadow of the wall. I'm seeing the animatronic dancing over here. It's a dancing shadow. Never noticed that before. Well, you learn something and see something new every time, every visit, every ride through. Now, back in July when I was here, it was only 8-minute wait for Frozen. It's a little bit longer today. Things have progressed over the last few months, obviously. And I am truly thankful I was able to attend the reopenings back then in July. It's something I look forward to doing out in Southern California when Disneyland does, whenever that day may happen. Check out this Food and Wine sweatshirt. That's pretty, a little warm to wear, but that has Figment on it. I like that. I just talked to a cast member and they said there really are no Halloween treats per se here at Epcot. There are going to be some on All Hallows Eve, October 31st, but for now, not a lot here at Epcot. Seems to be something happening over here. They have this makeshift temporary wall placed up towards the American Adventure. And don't fret, I will still find plenty of food options to chow down on. I do love seeing the friendship boats cruising around the lagoon. There it goes. Not a monorail, but there goes I don't want to say it in the same fashion, but there goes a friendship boat. It really is rather mellow through here. I heard the weekends are very busy, but for a weekday, not bad. I always like to point out the hidden Mickey over here in the koi pond. It's a great one, and what I mean by that, it's right down there on the grate. See it there? Yep, it's a great hidden Mickey, so you know. Just seeing this makes me really miss the live drummers they had over here for many years that were let go. Man, the live entertainment, some of them, I just really miss. 2020 has been an interesting year, to say the least.
While stationary, guests that do not comply will be asked to leave.
So as far as the facial coverings go, they're making a new announcement, not just giving a hint to wear the facial coverings. They are required, fully required. Tangerine Cafe doesn't appear to be open as well either. I think that they pushed back the Ratatouille ride opening. Can only see the tippy top of it, but I can kind of see the balloon over there from Disney Springs peeking up. But look over here, it's Mary Poppins. It's always a jolly holiday with Mary, and there she is standing over here in this little garden area looking very beautiful. So many times I watched British Invasion back here, and then later the British Revolution right there at that little gazebo. Heading into the World Showplace building that they're using as an event center for food options. Since my last visit, they've removed some of the tables in this section and put merchandise up instead, but there's still some tables down here into the main area. This one states mac and cheese. Yep. Don't mind if I do. And this is what we're dealing with. Lobster mac and cheese for $6.50. A pretty good sized portion.
Clean your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing.
Oh man, that's so good. That is so dang good.
Thank you.
It's so unusual having to eat not on a trash can, but having a table accessible. There goes another friendship boat cruising by. Usually the festivals, they're so popular that you don't have a table to sell. You have to use a trash can. Wasn't there a musical act here that used chainsaws at one point? There's been so many, I can't really call all of them. Always interesting to try to figure out why some attractions have lines at certain points when others are not lengthy. Like Journey to Imagination right now has quite the congregation of folks stretching out there, where usually it's just like a quick little walk on, a minute or two. But then some of the other ones around World Showcase, wait times are a lot shorter. Things that make you go, Does not appear to be too many folks in line for the land. That's an option. States 15 minutes. I think it might be shorter than that though. I'm gonna say it's less than that. It might be difficult to film through the plastic here. By looking down that way, you can get a good gauge on just how busy it is as well. Showing 10 minutes for Spaceship Earth and 35 for Test Track. So Spaceship Earth first and then head over to Test Track. Sounds good. Any opportunity to thank the Phoenicians as a walk-on, I am going to partake of. Let me just reiterate what a thing of beauty this is. It really, I don't know if it translates to video so much. You kind of have to see it in person. This thing is awesome to the ultimate degree when you see it with your own eyes. Oh man, you can get a good view of the glass cylinders over there as well from here from the queue line. About to go through a time machine. That's what this attraction is, a time machine of Earth. This card in front of me has a Halloween decoration on, something on top of its noggin. Such a classic attraction and one of my all-time favorites. It was supposed to go through a big refurb, but they have put it off for the time being. And for that, we should also thank the Phoenician. It never really feels like a trip to Epcot without going on Spaceship Earth. There was one visit where I didn't have a lot of time in Central Florida, only had one park visit here, and something happened where it was either crunch for time or the attraction was down, and I didn't get to get on board, and there was something missing from my life for the next few months until I returned back to Florida because I skipped going on Spaceship Earth. So I do it I attempt to do it every single time. It's just kind of a tradition. It's just, you have to. You just have to. Stopped into guest services, which I love the carpet in here, and I'm just inquiring about my AP because I have the Coast to Coast premiere. Also, while they go to talk to a supervisor to answer my question, I'm loving the Disneyland items right up here on the side of the wall. A little homage to California. Gives me a chance to look at the new guide map, which still calling it Future World East and West, and also has the relaxation stations pinpointed on here. But check this out, the fountain is gone, Club Cool, Starbucks. This side over here of the Innoventions section, well, Communicore I should say. Communicore is no more. It used to be a complete circle here. That is gone, as well as the fountain, which used to be right there in the middle. Boy, it is seeing some changes here. To think that this is just going to be the queue building, it was the entire attraction of Ellen's Energy Adventure. Now it's just going to be the queue for the coaster that goes up around that tree line for Guardians. The backside, not the backside of water, but the backside of this future queue is going to be Guardians. They are making the announcement that Test Track is closed due to inclement weather. I was going to end with a riveting ride on that, but you know, it wasn't meant to be. Those clouds up there do look like they're formulating quite nicely. Look how glorious those are, peeking up over there. Really tough to see them, but oh, those are a spectacular throwback. It's rather interesting. 2020, not only for the obvious reasons of what's happening on, but Epcot in general, or Epcot Center, as I like to refer to it as, and those of us who've been, you know, coming here for a long time and hold a special place in my heart, used to seeing the monorail. All of us love the monorail doing the loop around. Not just that is unavoidably missing, and the current state of how things are in this year, but because of all the construction and the updates and things that are happening, which are going to be amazing when they are completed. Right now it is a shell of its former self, and it kind of reminds me of how Hollywood Studios was for a few years, and now it is at its fully armed and operational potential, and that is what is going to happen here. But for the time being, currently, it is, I don't want to say it's a half-day park, because you had it in the food festivals, and it kind of ups up the what do they call that? Ups the ante? Is that what you say when you're, I'm not a gambler, so I don't know, but it's just, it's a different vibe in there than it has been in the past. But it'll be back. Epcot will be back. We'll have capitalized Epcot and full center of the Walt Disney World universe once again in the future, just like, as I stated, Hollywood Studios is now really the place to be. That's how this, I'm convinced that's how this is going to be, back to its glory, with all the things that are going to happen. It might take a couple of years. 2020 is going to set everything back a few years. It's not just all going to go away in a year, even when everything kind of returns back to usual progress. Even a year off is going to take 2 or 3 years to kind of bounce back from. I ended up going to guest services. I'm back at my rental car now. Going to guest services and talked about my annual pass, which is supposed to expire back in March. It has been pushed forward to the end of November. My conundrum was, will that extend when Disneyland in Anaheim is not open? None of the theme parks in Southern California, the Los Angeles area, even Northern California, the whole state is closed off when it comes to attractions and rides and all that. Smaller theme parks, just say under 500 people, like, you know, Santa Monica Pier, things like that, might be able to open, you know, their Ferris wheel and their coaster, but Disney, Universal, Knott's will not be opening for quite some time, hence why I'm here in October for Halloween time. Even though there wasn't a whole lot of Halloween stuff happening in this theme park, Magic Kingdom has quite a bit, Hollywood Studios a little bit. Magic Kingdom really is the pinnacle of 2020 Halloween at Walt Disney World. I do not want to extend my annual pass, however, I don't want it to expire either. So I asked them and they said basically what is going to happen, because I am a premier coast to coast, means I have Disneyland, when it reopens, that will be pushed forward. Right now it's been 7 months, but if it goes 10 months or 11 months, it should push forward this pass, which are combined, Walt Disney World, WDW, and Disneyland are combined, so it should go into next year. So I'm just gonna, they said be patient, see what happens. If by a couple days before the end of November nothing has progressed, then I guess I'll call and figure out what's going on. That's gonna do it for today. If you're new here, please subscribe. By doing so, helps keep you in the loop and up to date on future uploads here on this channel. You can take it a step further, ring that notification bell. And if you enjoyed this particular episode, give it a big thumbs up. I really missed the monorail. Give it a big thumbs up. Lets me know you care. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog, there's a lot of buses. The vlog is over. There's another one. There's another one. They're everywhere.